Konoha, compared to the video, you're the greenest ninja in the world. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 51. Aike didn't do it this time? Caged bird engraved at birth? Just when the audience in the ninja world fell into a huge controversy in the live broadcast room. The first video is over, now the second video will start playing. That is, the video after Aike's intervention. Hearing this, the audience in the live broadcast room suddenly became lively. The barrage flutters crazily. Madara, Master Aike finally started. He will not be as easy to deceive as Neji. The people of the Hyuga family are waiting to be abused. Uchiha Madara, that's right, with Aike here, it will definitely lead Neji to another bright road. Senju Hashirama, I just don't know what his identity will be this time. Inoki, it doesn't matter, it can rule the ninja world as a first-class commoner, so I'm afraid he has to do something this time. Little Sakura, oh, let's start now, I can't wait to watch Aike. I know, yes. It was really depressing to see it just now. I want to see Aike every second of every second. In the tense expectation of everyone soon, the video starts playing again. Konoha village. In the Hyuga family a newborn baby is born on this day and he is Neji's younger brother, Aike. However, what made everyone feel dumbfounded was not long after Aike was born, people from the Zong family came in on his head. Hyuga Hayashi also engraved the caged bird spell. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room suddenly went numb. Kakashi, damn. Forget about this stubble. Tsunade, this. Aike can't escape the fate of caged bird? Madara, it's over. It would have been nice if Master Aike grew up a bit, but he was cursed when he was born. No matter how strong this is, it is impossible to resist right after birth. Orochimaru, weren't you still full of expectations just now? Temari, I was so excited that I forgot about caged bird. No more cut, is this the so-called fate? Even Aike, under the fate of the branch house of the Hyuga family, everyone is equal. Kakuzu, trouble, with this constrained, no matter how talented Aike is, it is difficult to have a bright future. Little Sakura, no. What should I do now? Is Aike going to be sad too? Yuhihong, it's hard to say, as long as there's this thing, Aike will probably be suppressed and beaten just like Neji. Terumi May, this trick is too ruthless, the second Neji is about to appear again. Chapter 52. Aike takes baby Hinata and washes her. In the video this day sunny. Aike has been busy all morning, and finally finished the housework, his face covered with sweat. Then he sat down on the ground, ready to take a break, but at this moment an elder of a clan passed by here and found Aike resting without saying a word. He came to Aike with a cold face. Boy, what are you doing? Aike said dryly, however, before he could say anything, the elder kicked him over. I don't know what happened just now. Now the patriarch's office is short of water, go get water immediately. Here. This. Aike's emotions finally exploded. I saw him with fierce eyes, clenched his fists, and jumped. However, just when Aike's fist was about to hit the elder, suddenly, the curse mark on his forehead shone brightly. Great pain hit. Aike stopped moving immediately, sweating profusely, and his face became very painful. The elder smiled and said disdainfully, you, a member of the branch house, dare to beat the members of the Zong family, have you forgotten your identity and responsibilities? Next time, it won't just be a headache. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room were all blown up. Senju Hashirama, Alice. Aike couldn't resist caged bird? It's over. Hidden, it's over, this wave is completely gone. Aike can't get rid of the shackles of caged bird, there is no way to practice at all. Kakashi, hey, Aike, who became a part of the branch house, can't resist the arrangement of fate at all, he's being manipulated to death. Yuhihong, is Aike going to die this time? It's really hateful to be bullied like this. Inoki, I'm afraid there is really nothing to do. Aike is going to repeat Neji's tragic experience, even if he wants to fight, he doesn't have the strength. Madara, BD. Who is that idiot elder? Really courting death? Bullying Aike, that's a 3-year-old, you want him to die of exhaustion? Uchiha Madara, HMPH. Caged bird? Those of the Baiin family, just wait for me, if the old man is resurrected one day, I will kill you all. He too, is it interesting to bully a 3-year-old child? Shameless. Many audience members shook their heads and sighed. Some people even began to abuse the Hyuga family again, but most people are heart-stuffed and uncomfortable. The previous Aike dominated the ninja world every second of every day, but this time, the young Aike didn't do anything special, and was even mistreated like Niji before. Chapter 53. What is Aike writing in a small notebook? Inside the video, day after day, time flies. Aike gradually got used to life in the Zong family, and in the evening of this day, night fell. When Aike came home, he found that Niji had blood on his face. Brother. Niji, what's wrong with you? Aike asked in surprise. Nothing. Niji ducked, unwilling to answer. Aike looked serious, and said harshly, have you been bullied by the clan again? Niji nodded and told the truth. Today Hyuga Hayashi invited some friends to have a good chat at home. Niji was in charge of serving tea and water for the two of them, and was busy serving. However, he accidentally knocked off a precious vase, which fell to the ground and shattered. Hyuga Hayashi didn't speak at the time, but later criticized Niji severely. I thought this matter would end like this, but who knew that after Niji went out, he was also made things difficult by two elders' children. He wanted to fight back, but the other party punched and kicked him. One kick sent Niji flying. This resulted in injuries to the face. Listen to Niji's explanation. The audience in the live broadcast room gritted their teeth angrily, but Aike was very calm. Not long after, Hyuga Hayashi returned home. When he saw his son's miserable appearance, he immediately asked about the situation. Aike told the truth about what happened in Zong's house. After listening, Hyuga Hayashi's fists were clenched. Damn. It's too much to bully. Me. Hyuga Hayashi vented loudly, then knelt down on the floor in dejection. Bang bang bang. He hammered the floor hard twice, then looked at his two children, and cried bitterly, it's my fault. It's my incompetence that caused you to suffer so many crimes. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for your mother. Chapter 54. Practice gentle fist. Are you going to start a comeback? Exclamation mark. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room felt puzzled. Naruto, what is the notebook in Aike's hand recording? And he started to write and draw before, but he never saw anything. Little Sakura, could it be some kind of powerful ninjutsu? He still wants to become stronger and overthrow the Hyuga family. Anoki, no, it doesn't look like it, but I feel like I'm writing notes or something. Hidden, that's right, it must be like that, otherwise why did you write it behind your back? And Aike has indeed become much more honest. No matter who orders him, even if he is scolded by a servant, he will stop making trouble. He must have clearly remembered the matters of obedience. Kakashi, even if it is Aike, I am afraid that he will be suppressed and develop in this way. It must be to memorize more things and get less speeding. I know, this is really distressing. Aike, he has to use this method to protect himself. Woo woo woo. Terumi Mei, the hateful head of the Hyuga family, he is the one who persecuted Aike, so hateful. Uzumaki Jiuyuna, hey, no matter what, I really hope that Aike will not give up and grow up smoothly. He is really suffering. Yuhihong, in such a family, Aike's spirit is tense every day. There are so many housework that can't be done, and he has to record notes in his spare time. I'm so worried that he will become a common person. Namake's Minato, but have you noticed that Aike doesn't seem to write or draw on the ground anymore? Killer B, Bajia Road. Of course, it is more convenient to remember with a small notebook, yo. Because I record lyrics that way too. Great choice. Oh yeah. Kakuzu, this is too miserable. The former genius has been reduced to this point. Alice, Uchiha Madara, don't worry, it will definitely come back. Deidara, exactly. With Master Aike's ability, how could he accept his fate like this? Just wait and see. It will definitely turn around. After discussing for a while, everyone paid attention to the video at this time. Hinata in the screen is practicing gentle fist in the open space in the backyard. Hyuga Hayashi taught carefully. Not long after finishing some housework, it came over and waited for orders. After teaching for a while, Hyuga Hayashi waved to Aike, come here and practice with Hinata. Aike nodded, then looked at Hinata blankly. Hyuga Hayashi stepped aside and watched quietly. Then, Hinata took a step forward and took a fighting stance. Aike, big brother, I'm going to FK. After speaking, she took very small steps, pushing her palms back and forth, and slowly approached Aike. Clap clap. After dodging twice, Aike was hit in the chest. Hinata was a little flustered, and asked cautiously, Aike big brother, are you okay? Aike frowned and remained silent. On the other hand, Hyuga Hayashi nodded in satisfaction. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 55. No Gentle Fist Talent? Is Aike really dying this wave? Inside the video under the tutelage of Hyuga Hisashi, Aike begins his real training. He imitated his father and big brother, condensing chakra in his hands. Then, he slapped the tree trunk with a slap. Snapped. However, the tree trunk didn't move at all, except for a few leaves blown off by the wind. There was no injury at all. Neji frowned, looking at his father suspiciously. Hyuga Hisashi said softly, "It's okay, maybe you are still young and your strength is not enough, let's take it slowly." Aike nodded blankly, and then began the long-term training. He insists on exercising every day, jogging in the morning, horizontal bars and parallel bars, strength training, day after day. Time flies soon. A month passed. On this day, it came under the big tree again. He took a deep breath, a wave of blue chakra condensed in his hands. Snapped. After slapping down, the big tree is still the same as before, there is no movement. Seeing this scene, many audience members who were full of expectations were dumbfounded. Deidara, no, it's impossible. Shouldn't Aike reply instantly? Yuhihong, it's incredible. Aike doesn't have any gentle fist talent? After practicing for a month, still taking pictures of a tree? Kakuzu, HMPH, not to mention breaking the slap, not even a slap print can be left. Tirumi Mei, is this still the Aike I know? He who inherited the white eyes is so common. Uchiha Madara, something is wrong, there must be something tricky in it. From the Hyuga family, is it the curse mark? Caged bird is at fault? Hyuga Hisashi, that's right. This caged bird not only allows people from the clan to control our bodies anytime and anywhere, but also restricts our talents to a certain extent. Neji, yes, I practiced gentle fist for a long time at the beginning, and it was more difficult than ordinary people. In the live broadcast room, everyone couldn't help cursing. Caged bird not only controls Aike's body, but also restricts his talents. It's really annoying, but at this time, in the forest of the country of fire, Aike rested his chin, looking thoughtful. No matter how weak it is, it's impossible not to leave a slap mark, so this is probably acting. Next, in the video. Although Aike hadn't made any progress after practicing for a month, he didn't give up. Chapter 56. Jedi Comeback. Everything is performed by Aike? Exclamation mark. Along with Neji's heartbreak, other branch house people also cried secretly. They are also very unwilling in their hearts. It was clearly the fault of the patriarch, but the branch house had to bear it. Why do they have to make such sacrifices? Aren't the main family and branch house all from the Hyuga family? Damn. Damn, someone beat the wooden board, venting their dissatisfaction. Then, another person raised his head, gritted his teeth and said, "Master Hisashi, we might as well go against each other." When the others heard this, they raised their heads one by one, their eyes filled with murderous intent. That's right. We are also members of the Hyuga family, why can't we make our own choices? They are really deceiving people. They think we are nothing, Master Hisashi. As long as you take the lead, we are all willing to follow you. Facing the incitement of the crowd, Hyuga Hisashi was calm and did not change his face. He waved his hands seriously and said, "You all be quiet, listen to me. As a branch house person, have you forgotten the lessons of your ancestors? Are we against ourselves? Please don't say such things in the future, otherwise it will be a betrayal of the family and a traitor." The others opened their mouths, wanting to say something, but were suppressed by Hyuga Hisashi's aura, and dared not say a word. And Aike sat silently in the corner, without saying a word, with a blank expression on his face. No one knew what he was thinking. Not long after that, Hyuga Hisashi looked at his two children again and said, "Neji, Aike, you must also remember that I was not killed to protect the Zhuang family. He died to protect his big brother and the village." Hearing this, Neji clenched his fists and roared loudly, "You're lying. Woohoo. I know how to do it. You are clearly going to be a scapegoat." The corners of Hyuga Hisashi's eyes were also moist at this time. He hugged Neji in his arms silently, and said with relief, "Son, don't be sad, this family will depend on you from now on, you know." Then, Hyuga Hisashi looked at Aike again, stroking his hair lightly. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room immediately started discussing again. Kakashi, This scene was not in Niji's video before. Namake's Minato, that's right, I remember that Hisashi was killed directly, but he was told his last words to Niji. Shianshin, compared with this wave, why do I think Niji is better? Little Sakura, yes, facing the death of my father, but I can't do anything, it's too powerless. Terumi May, I can't say that, at least I said goodbye face to face this time, and the death was very clear. Anoki, Niji's performance is reasonable, but Aike's performance is very interesting. Knowing that his father is about to die, why is he still acting so calm? Hitu, that's right, it's fine if you don't say a word, but you didn't even shed a single tear. Yuhihong, I guess maybe Aike was frightened, and his spirit may not necessarily have collapsed at this moment. Kusukuna, it's very possible, he's only a few years old after all, facing such a big change, no one can stand it, I really feel sorry for Aike. Deidara, Master. What's wrong with you, Master? Rise up quickly. You can't just watch your father get killed. Naruto, I'm numb. I'm already numb. Everyone was filled with grief and indignation in the previous 2 times. Aike was so powerful and turned around in various ways, but this time, it was a bit too miserable. But at this moment, just when everyone thought Hyuga Hisashi was dead on screen, Aike has always been cold and silent finally stood up. Father, Niji, you guys come out with me. Go. Out? What are you going to do? The 2 were puzzled. Don't ask, just follow along. There is no further explanation. Aike took the 2 out of the village and without stopping, he ran all the way out of the village, and he had already run several kilometers in a blink of an eye. Niji looked romantic. Why did you travel so far? This is already far away from the scope of Konoha village, Hyuga. Hisashi also had a solemn face, and a bad feeling suddenly rose in his heart. Aike, don't you want us to escape all the way? This is absolutely impossible. If I leave, Hyuga Hayashi will die. If there is no main family, the Hyuga family will fall. Facing the doubts of the 2, Aike did not answer, just keep going all the way. Not long after, Aike finally stopped. The 3 of them have come to a very far place, about 20 kilometers away from Konoha village. There is no one watching here, and their voices can be loud. Aike, what are you doing? After stopping, Hyuga Hisashi asked after taking a breath. His tone is no longer doubtful, but rather serious. If it is really what he thought before, Aike wants to take them back. It is simply ridiculous. What I said to them at home before was all in vain. Father, please fight with me. Aike turned around and stared at the 2 silently. Fight. Both Hyuga Hisashi and Niji were dumbfounded. You haven't defeated me for so long. Why do you suddenly want to fight today? Don't talk about me. You haven't even defeated Niji, have you? Aike didn't say a word, just set up a punching posture, motioning for Hyuga Hisashi to hit. Well, it seems that I can't know what you're thinking without fighting with you. Chapter 57, the ninja world is almost kneeling to Aike. The counterattack begins. How is this possible? Here. Aike's words. Hyuga Hisashi, Niji, all the audience in the ninja world, everyone's heart tightened suddenly, and they didn't dare to show their atmosphere. Shortly after you were beaten by people from the Zong family for breaking the teacup, you were untied, didn't you notice that since I was able to walk on the ground, I often draw strange things on the ground with sticks? Don't you think it's just because of my interest? I just scribbled it casually. Niji swallowed his saliva in a panic, and asked in disbelief, could it be? Aike nodded. That's right, since I was 1 year old, I have felt a bondage of this mark on my head, and I have also witnessed many branch house people suffer because of this caged bird mark. Since then, I have been researching the method of cracking it, in order not to attract others' attention, so I used branches to draw spells on the ground, and kept wiping them off. Even after I cracked caged bird, I still didn't disclose it to others, but drew a fake mark with ink pen talking. Aike wiped his forehead with his hand, and the mark disappeared. The strength of Gentle Fist is the same. My goal is not just to escape alone, so I'm not 100% sure. Even my own father and brother can't disclose it. After listening to Aike's explanation, the entire live broadcast room was directly shaken. Everyone is heartbroken. The face of hell. Many people even felt that they were going to kneel down to Ai Chen, Shima Immortal. Damn, little Sakura, FK, Trough. This is too strong. Kakashi, I have known about the existence of caged birds since I was 1 year old and have already started to crack it. Who is this? God, Terumi May. I just find it strange. Why does he keep writing and drawing on the ground? It turns out that he is doing such horrible things. I am so naive, Temari, exactly. I thought it was just a child playing around, but I didn't expect to be researching the magic formula to crack Caged Bird, my god, or a Chimaru. The key is to keep everyone from seeing it. He deliberately wrote it on the ground. 05 Even we were deceived, right, Tsunade? I think the most amazing thing is endurance. The key to being able to endure so many years of developing and cracking spells is that no one will find out even if they crack them. A child, Namake's Minato, adults don't have his brain, Kokuzu. This kind of scheming and strategy, Kokuzu, would like to call it the strongest. Uchiha Madara, I really deserve to be the person Leozi likes. I'm forced. Senju Tabirima, although I really don't want to admit it, but it's really amazing. It's not at the same level as the others. Uchiha Mikado, I always thought that Aike was just doing nothing this time, but he has been working hard. Scorpion, the most important thing is, he deceived everyone, not only the Hyuga family, but also all the spectators outside us in the ninja world were deceived by him. Konan, this is amazing. Deidara, you are so handsome, master. You are really my idol. My admiration for you is like a torrent of river water. Endless. Hitu, husband Aike. Come on, I know, husband, Aike, come on. Heaven-defying change your life. Little Sakura, you are so handsome. The entire ninja world, Pure Land Space, Summoning World, even Otsutsuki Star, all the audience feel apologetic on their knees at this moment. I really want to kneel down for Aike. Obviously before this, everyone thought that Aike's life was over this time, and he didn't make a fuss at all. Bound by Caged Bird, oppressed so busy doing, has been depressed to death, but who knows, everything they saw was Aike in disguise. In order to wait until the time is right, he deceived everyone. After the incident, Aike explained that the reason why he didn't rush to expose it was because he was not strong enough before. If he exposed his strength when he was not strong enough, he would definitely be killed, so he kept forbearing. But now he told you, for future plans. In the video, Hyuga, Hisashi and Niji, their pupils dilated, were incomparably shocked. It feels like all three perspectives are shattered. Then, what are you going to do next? Hyuga Hisashi trembled. He felt that the person standing in front of him was not the child he was familiar with, but a monster far beyond my imagination and control. Revenge. Aike said two words calmly. Report, revenge, but. Hyuga Hisashi hesitated for a moment. However, the next second snapped. A crisp applause instantly spread through the woods. The whole world fell silent at this moment because this slap was done by Aike. Hyuga Hisashi covered his swollen cheeks with his hands in disbelief, staring at Aike in horror. Aike, why did you hit me? Chapter 58 Branch House Rebellion. Aike captures Hinata alive and puts on a collar. Hyuga Hisashi frowned and said, Hisashi, I know this is difficult for you, and you can't bear to have two children. I will take care of them like my own children in the future. For the sake of the family, for the sake of Konoha, there is no room for maneuver in this matter. People from other clans also said angrily, Hisashi, this matter is settled. You can't go back on your word. Looking at your child before you die is already the greatest gift to you, but you regret it in the end. You are pushing the village to the rhythm of war. The branch house even resisted the orders of the clan. It seems that you forgot the curse mark on your forehead. However, Hyuga Hisashi closed his eyes, shook his head calmly and said, I've already made up my mind, whatever you say. One of the patriarchs was so angry that he stood up immediately and sealed his seal, ready to activate the effect of Caged Bird. Okay. Since you dare to disobey, then I can only be rude, but at this moment, Hyuga Hisashi stopped the elder with his hand. Forget it, Hisashi is my younger brother after all, there is no need to do this. Afterwards, he took a deep look at his younger brother, and finally walked out with a dark face. Let's go, people. From the other clans clenched their fists, although they were extremely unwilling, but in the end they just gave Hyuga Hisashi a glare and left. In the studio, when the audience saw this scene, they all felt very strange, and even laughed. Hyuga Niji, this is the first time I've seen my father be so stubborn. Hyuga Okita, that's right. He actually directly rejected the patriarch's request. And he didn't panic at all when faced with threats from Caged Bird. That's amazing, Hyuga Kui. I have never seen anyone who can resist Caged Bird. Is this the so-called self-confidence? You can decide your own life, Deidara, haha. Hyuga Hisashi is such a wimp, finally got tough. Master, you did a great job, hidden. I'm afraid Hyuga Hayashi looked stupid. I never thought that my brother would refuse. Kakuzu, his expression is really wonderful. I'm afraid he can't figure out why Hyuga Hayashi is like that. Uchiha Madara, well, the counterattack is about to start after all. Temari, I want to see the scene where Aike beats everyone. Tirumi May, hee. Actually, I really want to see the expressions of the Zhuang family in real life. I'm afraid they are all stunned, and they are very flustered, right, Hyuga Liu Ian. Anyway, I am very envious. I have imagined this scene of daring to say no to the Zhuang family hundreds of times. Hyuga-ko, yes, why don't we have Aike here? I want freedom too. Hyuga Mimiko, I want Aike. Hyuga Sweet, I also want. Master Aike, come and save us too. Inside the video. In 3rd Hokage's office, Konoha F4 gathered together with sad faces. They also just got the news that Hyuga Hisashi refused to die for his big brother. Sarutobi Hiruzen sucked on the cigarette fiercely, a large amount of smoke protruding from his mouth. What should I do now? If there is no substitute ghost, is it really necessary to pay Hyuga Hayashi with death? If the patriarch wants to die, then our Konoha's majesty will really lose face. If other people in the village know the truth, I'm afraid they will complain a lot. Yuta Tenkaharu slapped the table hard, shouting dissatisfiedly, hateful. Originally, Hyuga Hisashi died. Even if this matter came to an end, everyone would not care too much. I didn't expect to make a mistake at the critical moment, and I'm not sure anymore. What the hell is that guy thinking? Did you even disregard the village for your own life? Midakato Hamura frowned and said, who knows how that guy will have a brain twitch? He made a promise before and then backed out immediately. Didn't he know that his death can stop the war and make more people safe? Danzo squinted his eyes and said indifferently, don't worry too much, the big deal is to send someone to solve him secretly, and then hand it over to Cloud Shinobi Village. Sarutobi Hiruzen shook his head, sighed and said, you can't do this. If someone finds out, this matter will really make a big fuss. I can't explain it to Kanzi. Wait for Hyuga Hayashi first speak. Several people sighed and cursed Hyuga Hisashi, anxiously thinking of various ways to solve the current trouble. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room couldn't help complaining. Hyuga Tzu, how many of you old men can still be considered as the leader of Konoha? Isn't Master Hisashi's life worthless? You say it's worthless, Hyuga Polygonidum. Do you really think that the people in our branch house are cats and dogs? You can decide whatever you want, Hyuga Jiden. Is Hisashi the pawn you discarded? It's so insignificant to say so. It's so sad. Orochimaru, chatter. These old people only care about themselves. Why are they half divided into the village's ideas? You only understand now? Tsunade, that's right, they're all hypocrites. Sarutobi Hiruzen, you are talking nonsense. At the beginning, we only wanted to make big things small, small things small, and avoid wars, so we made such a bad policy. Of course, we don't want anyone in the village to have sacrifices. Tirumi May, then, as a Hokage, can't you think of a way? Anoki, oh, 3rd Hokage, don't hide it. You have already spoken your heart out in the video. You just want to rely on others to send you to your death, so make a big deal into a small one. One hidden, as Hokage, you are too weak. Confront Raikage directly. Temari, that's right, I've always wondered about this incident. It's clear that Cloud Shinobi Village kidnapped first, but why did they ask for compensation instead? Did they shit while riding on someone's head? Luoshak, the guy named Hyuga Hisashi, now he understands how wrong the choice he made was. All of a sudden, the audience's comments came one after another, scolding Konoha F4 all over the place. At this time, in Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen's cigarettes are on fire. Hateful. These guys drop rocks. I do all this to avoid war, for the sake of the village and more people. Do they understand? Next, in the video after Hyuga Hayashi left, the rebellion plan was put on the agenda, and people visited Aike's house every day. The team is getting bigger and bigger. In the blink of an eye, everyone in the branch house is covered. The night was dark and windy, silent. Chapter 59, everyone shocked. Is that your little notebook for memorizing this? Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room couldn't help but exclaim Kakashi, FK. Hinata was captured alive, Yurihan, she even put on a collar, this. Deidara, ha. Aike is too messed up. He actually brought Hyuga Hayashi's daughter here with an iron chain, just to stimulate her. Uchiha. I have to say, this scene is quite murderous. Little Sakura, Hinata was pulled out by Aike like a puppy, so pitiful. Shianshin and Hanabi, also captured by Niji. They have 2 hostages in their hands, Anoki, tit for tat. Who told Hyuga Hayashi to treat Hyuga Hisashi like that before? Hidden. This shit is about to start training. But, Aike, I support you. Take both of Hyuga Hayashi's, Senju Tobirama. It's really an embarrassing scene. Hyuga Hayashi probably feels worse than killing him, right? Jiraiya. Aike is quite ruthless. However, I like this scene very much. It is very interesting. Tsunade, BD Jiraiya, can you be more serious? Kokuzu, hold her tight, don't let her run away. Second Mizukage, yes, let her witness with her own eyes the scene where her father was defeated. Ghost Lantern Water Moon, FK. You guys are too vicious. But, I like it. Kankuro, really exciting. While everyone was discussing Hyuga Hayashi in the video also questioned, what the hell are you trying to do? Release my 2 daughters quickly, and if you have any grievances, just come to me. Did you hear me, BD? However, Aike didn't respond at all. I saw him walking to Hinata's side without haste, and whispered in Hinata's ear, mockingly, look at your father, you obviously made a big mess of yourself by doing something wrong, but you want my father to die for him, you say, is this appropriate? Hinata was trembling all over, and tremblingly said, no, father, Hinata. Don't listen to his nonsense, this kid is brainwashing you, he doesn't know anything at all. Hyuga Hayashi was furious, but Aike didn't pay any attention. Look, this is the head of the Hyuga clan, obviously. I did something wrong, but I didn't have the slightest intention to reflect on it. Now that I have been exposed by others, I still don't admit it. Could it be that I made up the matter of asking my father to die? After 2 or 3 sentences, Hyuga Hayashi was unable to refute. What did he refute? What Aike said is obviously true, not only shirk responsibility, treat other people's lives as dung, but also indifferent to branch house people 263 who are of the same blood as myself, as the patriarch. You know that these regulations are problematic, but you have not abolished them. Instead, you enjoy the privileges within the framework of this rule. Did you do nothing wrong? Aike asked aggressively. Hyuga Hayashi couldn't find any reason to refute it. Aike gently stroked Hinata's head, then looked up at Hyuga Hayashi, and said jokingly, Hinata, your father is a big bad guy. It's all because of his relationship that the regiment is in today's situation. He is responsible for the mistakes he made. Hinata stared blankly at her father. Her mind was in turmoil at the moment. If Aike is just wronged, well, Hyuga Hayashi can refute that, but the point is his father didn't refute. Does this mean that everything Mike said is true? Did his father really make a lot of mistakes? I don't know. Father. Is father a big villain? Please. Don't ask me any more. Hinata covered her face with her hands in embarrassment. She said she did not want to continue these topics. Aike touched Hinata's head and looked at Hyuga Hayashi mockingly. Look, your daughter thinks what you did is very wrong. It seems that you haven't treated her kindly, Hyuga. Hayashi gritted his teeth, and the veins on his forehead popped out, then growled and roared, BD Aike, if you have any grievances, just come to me, don't hurt Hinata and Sparks, if not, I will definitely tear you to pieces. Hearing Hyuga Hayashi yell like crazy, Aike was unmoved, putting his face on Hinata's shoulder. He said softly, okay, Hinata, I will tell you slowly about what your father did. Today, I'll talk about defeating him first. Hinata shook her head dully, with a dull expression, as if she was about to break out of the game. Aike handed the iron chain to Niji, and said softly, take them aside, please. Niji nodded, pulled Hinata without hesitation, and led Hanabi to the side. Then, Aike gave Hyuga Hayashi a provocative look. The final battle is coming. The two stood facing each other, 10 steps away, neither close nor far away from masters. It's within seconds. Hyuga Hayashi clenched his fists after confirming that her 2 daughters withdrew from the election. Chapter 60 Peace. Kill Hokage with Niji. Then, the screen changes. In Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Utatane Kaharu, Midakato Hamura, Danzo, and Konoha F4 all gathered here with sad faces. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed deeply and said, hey, I didn't expect such a thing to happen to the Hyuga family. The members of the main family were banned by the members of the branch house, and, most outrageously, the patriarch is a 5-year-old child. Midakato Hamura frowned. What should we do about this matter? Do we need to take care of it? After all, it's a bit of a joke for a 5-year-old to become the patriarch. Sarutobi Hiruzen shook his head and said, leave it alone. Anyway, these families are in chaos on their own, so they don't have much impact on the village, as long as the overall situation is stable. Yuta Tenkaharu snorted coldly, and said dissatisfiedly, it doesn't matter? It's too outrageous to be the patriarch at the age of 5. What? Can a child understand? What if he makes a wrong decision and threatens the village? Also, we have to ask the people in the branch house what they think of our village. Otherwise, if they have bad intentions, what should we do? Midakato Hamura nodded, and said righteously, that's right. You can't let them go like this. If that child is not good, we need to help him manage the Hyuga family. Danzo looked disdainful and did not want to participate in the discussion. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked embarrassed, a little hesitant however. At this time boom, there was a knock on the door. Then, naive Aike walked in. A group of people froze in place, a little surprised unexpectedly. When they were discussing things, the new patriarch of the Hyuga family just walked in without even making a report. It's crazy. Danzo narrowed his eyes and said indifferently, what's your business? Aike's face was calm, and he stared into Danzo's eyes calmly. Didn't Cloud Shinobi Village want people from our Hyuga family before? I brought 2 of them then. Niji dragged 2 corpses in, still on the ground. Sarutobi Hiruzen and the others fixed their eyes and were shocked again. That turned out to be the 2 elders of the clan. I used to come to the office to make reports. Master Hokage, you have the children to hand over their bodies to Cloud Shinobi Village. We have even left, and I don't expect a war to break out. As he spoke, Aike bowed politely then left the office. At this moment, the entire Konoha office was filled with dead silence. Yuhihong, this will kill directly. Kakashi, good guy. It seems that I was too naive. I was really deceived by Aike's appearance. I thought he was soft-hearted if he didn't kill Hyuga Hayashi, so I didn't dare to kill anyone. One or Orochimaru, how is it possible? They just don't kill valuable people. Kakuzu, those who should be killed must be killed. Hyuga Hayashi is also the father of 2 little girls. If you kill him, what will the 2 little girls do? Deidara, that's right. I think the master probably wants to marry that little Hinata girl this time. This is the real murder. Hidden, I'll go. If you want to do that, it's too cruel. Anoki, ho. Third Hokage and the others thought he was a child just now, but they didn't expect to be so ruthless. Temari, the person wearing the glasses, said to help others, but in fact he wants to control them. Black Soil, judging from the situation, I can't control it. Uchiha Madara, it's okay. Do it when it's time to do it. Never show mercy. Fourth Raikage, kill me hard. In the courtyard of the Zong family. It's clear there is a round table on the green grass at this moment. Aike is sitting at the table, drinking tea leisurely. Sitting obediently next to him is Hinata, and Hinata is holding the notebook that Aike wrote before. And the most outrageous thing is at this time, beside the 2 of them, the person serving tea and water is the former patriarch, Hyuga Hayashi, whose hand was abolished. Hyuga Hayashi said nothing. There was almost no expression on his face, just serving tea and water silently, doing work like a handyman. How is it, Hinata, can you understand what I did now? Hinata silently closed the book. He stared blankly ahead. After a while, he turned his head again and looked at Hyuga Hayashi, who was weeping. You are right. The previous family was full of injustice. Our happiness is built in the pain of the branch house people. Aike nodded in satisfaction. That's right, you have a much better understanding than your father. Come here, and I'll help you take off the collar. Hinata approached sensibly, and lowered her head obediently like a puppy. Chapter 61. Team up with Uchiha Danzo. Support a puppet Hokage. In the video, Aike's practice has started again. Outside Konoha village, Aike sat cross-legged under the waterfall and began to meditate. He closed his eyes and rested his mind. His whole body remained motionless. His breathing was even, and his whole body seemed to blend into the surrounding environment. Suddenly, the next second, Aike opened his eyes. The corners of his eyes were full of veins. His eyes were stern and energetic. Under the rushing waterfall, the noisy sound of the water flow can be heard endlessly. Aike, who is petite but extremely muscular, stands in front of the waterfall. His body is wet, his hands are clenched into fists, and he is waving fist after fist against the water of the waterfall. At this time, Aike seemed to be swallowed up by boxing. and was deeply immersed in his own practice. Even if the water splashed on his body, he never stopped. It was also the first time for the audience to see him practice in an upright manner without restrictions. Not long, Niji and Hyuga Hisashi came over. It's really a good fist. This is the fist that protects everyone and changes our destiny, the two silently praised. Next second, boom, there was a loud bang below the waterfall. A boulder with a diameter of 10 meters was instantly blasted into powder. Seeing this power, the two were completely dumbfounded. It's much stronger than before. This power is far beyond gentle fist. Niji and Hyuga Hisashi rocked. Common's gentle fist just hitting the opponent's body and causing internal injuries to the opponent is considered a success, but Aike's fist, good guy, such a big and hard stone, he crushed it into powder with one punch. If you fight a ninja with all your strength, it is estimated that you can destroy the opponent's body in an instant. Aike, one stop. Hyuga Hisashi rushed straight into the pool. This fist of yours should be powerful enough, even the current third Hokage can't support your move at all. 803. Also nodded frequently to the audience in the live broadcast room. Although the physical attack method is very simple and easy to be cracked by other arts, but your physique is too powerful, almost over to the 8 inner gates. However, facing the doubts of the two, Aike shook his head and replied seriously, it's not enough. Third Hokage is known as the strongest Hokage, and also known as Dr. Ninjutsu. I don't know how many ninjutsu he has. I need to improve my strength even more. You two are not allowed to be lazy. Come down and practice with me. In the live broadcast room, a group of viewers were Kakashi, this is still far from enough. Terumi May, Aike is really hard-working. Does this mean that he wants to cultivate his fists to ultimate? Temari, yes, in order to enhance his own strength, Aike really worked hard. Anoki, according to this development, I am afraid that he will be able to beat me and wait for these shadows when he's about 10 years old. Hidden, hey. Didn't you say you want to clean up the land of thunder? You must be working hard for it. Deidara, no, he should clean up those messes from third Hokage first, right? Didn't he just say hello last time? He hasn't done anything yet. Temari, what I care about is, how did third Hokage become the strongest Hokage? Shouldn't it be first generation? Senju Hashirama, horse riding. Monkey. Your name is the strongest Hokage? Who gave you the nickname, Uchiha Madara? That's right, you trash deserves to be called the strongest. Don't laugh my off, Naruto. Isn't that Grandpa Hokage? Isn't that what it says in our book? Senju Tobirama, 1 Uchiha Izuna, Hoha. Third Hokage, this trash, claims to be the strongest. It's really shameless. He too. This wave of operations directly caused my husband to overpromote his strength. Hidden, Hoha. This wave of third Hokage is killing me. Everyone was talking about it, and they all felt that Aike practiced so hard because he overestimated the strength of third Hokage. Be misled. At this time, in Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen's expression was extremely ugly. Blah blah blah. Sarutobi Hiruzen kept smoking. His face turned red and green. Very embarrassing. Originally, the title of the strongest Hokage was just used by him to deceive those children, so that they would be more devoted to him and carry out the will of fire in the end. Good guy. It's over the top. Now how hard Aike practices, his embarrassment is so strong. In the video soon, 3 years passed quietly like this. Aike is also 8 years old on this day, in the middle of nowhere outside the village, within the confines of the Uchiha family. Aike took in his little hand and was strolling here leisurely. Not long after, the two came to a spacious door. Bang bang. Aike knocked lightly twice. The door is opened. Uchiha Fugaku came out from inside. He was stunned for a moment, and then said with a smile on his face, are you Aike? I didn't expect the young patriarch of the Hyuga family in Legendary to come to my house today. Welcome one, please come in. Aike arched his hands and said, Fugaku patriarch, you are safe. Today is a special visit to your old man. Saying that, the two laughed and entered the gate together. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 62. Danzo betrays in seconds. Third generation died in battle. Aike controls Konoha. Cooperate. Danzo narrowed his eyes slightly. His heart was overwhelmed, thinking about what the other party meant. Aike didn't care too much, but continued, the next person we're going to kill is the third generation. Hearing this, Danzo clenched his fist, gritted his teeth and said, then what? Excited said, third generation is too cowardly. The so-called kindness does not command soldiers. Sooner or later, he will lead us Konoha into the infinite abyss. We can't let him continue to be in power, but we can't kill all the 4 high-ranking members of Konoha at once, otherwise it will inevitably cause panic in the village. I'm going to support a person as a puppet Hokage. Danzo frowned, and said in doubt, do you want me to? Aike shook his head and said, no, if you directly become Hokage now, you will definitely encounter suspicion from the villagers. After all, many people do not approve of what you have done, and it is only natural for them to suspect that you killed third Hokage to usurp the throne. Danzo said that Aike was right, so, the person to support is Asuma. After all, he is the son of the third generation, and his name is justified, and you, Danzo, you have to cooperate with us, whether it's policy or whatever. In short, we have to participate. Do you want to? After understanding what Aike said, Danzo pondered for a few seconds, then relaxed, nodded and said, okay, deal. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room was stunned for a moment, and then all the members burst into flames. Kakashi, is this a promise? Hidden, damn. Betrayed in seconds. Fourth Raikage, hello Danzo. Peeping at Hokage's location is not a day or two. Terumi 05 Ming, this answer speed, without any hesitation at all. My 2 good friends have their HUDs in front of me, don't you feel guilty in your heart? Kakuzu, did Danzo want to kill third Hokage a long time ago? Aike's words are exactly what he wants. Sarutobi Hiruzen, Danzo. Do you still have my Hokage in your heart? What do I do to you? Don't you have any points in your heart? If it weren't for me, you would have died countless times. You actually betrayed in a few words. Kaoru and Hamura, the corpse is still in front of you. Are you worthy of them? UBD, this old man will definitely clean up you from now on. Orochimaru, chatter, I remember that Danzo assassinated third generation several times. Although they all failed, third Hokage was kind and did not punish Danzo. He endured them all. He is a good man. Kankuro, FK. There is such a secret thing? Danzo really has a tricky heart. Senju Hashirama, monkey, something like this happened? Why didn't Danzo be dealt with earlier? Third Raikage, it must be useless and dare not. Didn't you bow your head to our Cloud Shinobi village before and admit your mistake? Second Mizukage, why is this Hokage so cowardly? Others will kill you. Can you bear it? Deidara, who chose this person to be Hokage? When others shit on him, they probably laughed it off. Senju Tobirama, BD. Monkey, so you are so afraid of things. Uchiha Madara, HMPH, under the leadership of such a trash Hokage, no wonder my Uchiha clan will be wiped out. Sarutobi Hiruzen panicked when he saw a group of people suddenly change direction and started to curse at him. Isn't everyone complaining about Danzo? Why are you talking about me again? Damn it. How can I be afraid of things? I just don't want to be too troublesome. And deep in the Anbu base, in an office, Danzo was trembling all over at this time. His eyes were bright, and he was very excited. I never thought, in the world with Aike, did I finally fulfill my dream. Am I really going to be Hokage? Next, in the video. In Hokage's office. Third Hokage decapitation operation finally started. Sarutobi Hiruzen puffed on his pipe, looked at the group of people in front of him lifelessly, and said, you're all here. Aike, Niji, Hyuga Hizashi, Uchiha Fugaku, Danzo and others looked at them solemnly, full of murderous intent. Sarutobi Hiruzen shook his head helplessly. He already knew the purpose of these people coming here afterwards. He looked embarrassed and said sadly, has it still come to this day? Danzo, did you choose to side with him? Danzo snorted coldly and said, Sarutobi, you should know that this is an unavoidable choice. Chapter 63 Attack the Land of Thunder. Aike singles out 8 tails. Hearing this, many viewers in the live broadcast room immediately began to complain crazily. Hidden, damn it. Aike is a proper Versailles. This punch is powerful enough. He is not satisfied yet. He still needs to practice. Kokuzu, if you continue to practice like this, it will be the same as in the Deidara video. It will reach the peak. Tsunade, stop practicing. Aike, you are already the strongest. You should investigate the strength of the strongest people in the Shin'an world. They can't compare with you now. Kikasame, I was misled by that parallel importer from 3rd Hokage. Naruto? That's amazing. A common punch is like launching a super ninjutsu. Kakashi, hey, I can block this punch, but it's hard to say whether I can survive. Anoki, Aike's ability to see other movies is too high. Black Soil, Aike's current strength is considered the strongest in the Jonin world, right? Domination of the ninja world is just around the corner. Killer B, Bajia Road. Next time Aike will trouble us, we will really be in trouble. How can we fix it? Terumi May, I am not satisfied with practicing by myself, I have to bring my 2 relatives into practice together. Temari, next, we're going to push all the way again, right, inside the video soon. 3 years passed in a flash today, Aike has grown to 12 years old. Konoha Village, in Hokage's office. Asuma stood in front of the desk, her face pale, nervously looking at the people in front of her and shouting, what are you kidding? Attacking the Land of Thunder? Are you crazy? No, I don't agree. On the opposite side, Aike has no expression on his face, and said without doubt, I'm not asking for your opinion, I'm just asking you to sign this document. Danzo also had a dark face, and said disdainfully, Asuma, sign, didn't you hear? You have no right to deny it. Asuma's shoulders trembled slightly, as if he was under endless pressure. Breathing also became rapid at this time, as if he was struggling with every breath. His expression was heavy, with a trace of haggardness and helplessness. What the hell is my fire? In the end, he had to sign his name on the document as a last resort, but Aike and Danzo immediately turned around and left without showing any affection. Not long after, in the compound of the former head of the Hyuga family in Konoha Village. Kakashi, Might Guy, Kyorna Iyuhi, Uchiha clan, Hyuga clan and other Konoha powerhouses all gathered here. A group of people stood together solemnly, and everyone exuded a strong murderous aura. There is no expression on their faces, and their eyes are cold and sharp, as if they can see through everything to the depths of their hearts. In the front, it came out, and then said majestically, everyone, the friction between our Konoha village and Cloud Shinobi village has been constant. Since the Sengoku period, the 2 sides have fought each other. Our 2nd Hokage died at the hands of Cloud Shinobi village. 2 ninja world wars, Cloud Shinobi village fight us too, and just a few years ago, they were riding on us, trying to abduct my wife Hinata, and even killed my father Hisashi, which is unbearable. Now, the time is ripe. In our Konoha village, a group of elite ninjas have emerged. Kakashi, Might Guy, Yuhihong, all of them are good players. In order to prevent future troubles, under the signal of Master 5th Hokage, we decided to fight them to the death. Aike's voice is full of impassioned emotion, which makes everyone feel a strong force. He continued, it will be a war full of hardships and dangers, however, I believe we will be able to win. We want to show the power of Konoha to the people of Cloud Shinobi village, and let them pay a certain price for their mistakes. Eradicate the Land of Thunder in one fell swoop. Take the head of 4th Hokage, and completely erase Cloud Shinobi village from the ninja world map. We are Konoha Shinobi, and it is our duty to defend this land and our beloved villagers. Aike's words are sonorous and powerful, making everyone feel their responsibility and mission. Everyone's eyes became firm and determined. Seeing this scene, the audience in the live broadcast room all cheered up. Black Soil, it started, Hidden, it's finally started. Deidara, come on, master. Kill me hard. Kakashi, good guy. Aike is really good at manipulating politics. I'm pushing it all to Asuma. Anko, exactly, what a big kid. Countless audience booed. Sit back and watch the show. At this time, the audience of Cloud Shinobi village were all frightened and embarrassed. Konoha village is really going to compete with their Land of Thunder? Big trouble now. Next, video conversion. In an open plateau land. The ground is covered with layers of green grass and wildflowers. The breeze is blowing with the wind. There are few faint clouds floating in the sky, and the sun shines through the clouds. Let this plain become bright and full of vitality. And under this beautiful scene there are 2 huge ninja armies facing each other. They were all expressionless, tightly holding kunai, shuriken, short sword and other cold weapons. Everyone's face was filled with a chilling aura, which made people shudder. The 2 sides were silent for a while. 4th Hokage came to the front from his own camp. He glanced coldly at the Konoha shinobi on the opposite side, and then said impatiently, Chapter 64. Itachi, Obito, and Pain joined forces to deal with Aike. This time it flew farther and landed directly at a distance of 100 meters. Rumble. 8 Tails hit the ground heavily, and it took more than 10 seconds for 8 Tails to stand up again. Didn't expect you brat to be so powerful. Then, its eyes became more fierce and sharp. Ow. A long howl, earth-shattering shock. Many ninjas covered their ears in fright, and sat on the ground in fear. Immediately afterwards the eight tails are constantly swinging, releasing powerful breath and energy. Boom. A tail instantly killed Aike. Boom. Aike dodges in time. The ground shook immediately after the impact caused devastating damage. Many ninjas on both sides were sent flying dozens of meters away. The eight tails fluttered in the air, all launching attacks even more terrifyingly. Every attack is filled with irresistible might and power. This scene is shocking. The viewers in the studio felt that this really annoyed Eight Tails. Immediately afterwards, after Eight Tails continued to attack for a while, it stopped suddenly. I saw its body began to tremble non-stop. Several tails began to spin wildly, and finally intertwined. The surrounding air became extremely hot and dry. It seemed like it might explode at any moment. Brush. Next second a ball of purple and black light appeared in everyone's field of vision. Zzzz. The black light ball made the sound of thunder and lightning. It makes people feel clearly that it seems to contain extremely strong energy. Uchiha. So, what is that? It looks so scary. Inoki. Tailed Beast Bomb. That is the most powerful ninjutsu issued by Tailed Beast. Third Raikage. Eight Tails is a terrifying move. The energy erupting from Tailed Beast Bomb can completely destroy a village. Little Sakura. So, Aike, can he resist Geese? Deidara. It should be possible. After all, the fighting power displayed by Aike is very strong. Namake's Minato. Maybe. I also encountered Nine Tails Tailed Beast Bomb before. At that time, I only dared to transfer it, and I didn't even think about hard blocking it. Jiraiya. Aike might be able to dodge too, but those Konoha shinobi will die on the spot. I know. No, I believe Aike can come next. Everyone was amazed. The power erupted by the Tailed Beast Bomb, even through the screen, made people tremble with fear. Many people can't help worrying. Will Aike be able to resist this time? Next, in the video. Immediately after the Tailed Beast Bomb took shape, Eight Tails' tail threw it towards Aike. 250 brushes. The Tailed Beast Bomb moved forward rapidly, making a loud roar accompanied by a terrifying energy fluctuation. The ground was overturned, boulders flew around. The next Fang Mu Leaf ninjas were all frightened and stunned, and they didn't even have the idea of running away. Looking back at the ninjas of Cloud Shinobi Village, they all clenched their fists excitedly. However, at this time, Aike is still very calm. It seems that they don't care about this extremely destructive light ball. Just when the Tailed Beast Bomb was about to approach Aike with a serious expression on his face, he raised one hand, his legs bounced with energy, and then he swung his fist suddenly. Rumble. With a loud bang, the fists of Tailed Beast Bomb and Aike exchanged, and a huge explosion occurred. Countless pieces of sparks were scattered all around, and the powerful airflow flew many ninjas out again. The smoke and dust drifted away for a few minutes. After the smoke cleared, Aike stood still. Unharmed, he exudes a powerful aura that is irresistible. Everyone was dumbfounded and stunned, including Eight Tails himself, who also looked at Aike in disbelief. Eight Tails' strongest move, Tailed Beast Bomb, was blown up by Aike with one hand. Immediately afterwards, Aike walked slowly towards Eight Tails. When he approached, before Eight Tails could react from the shock, boom. Aike swings again with one punch. In an instant, Eight Tails' body turned into a red light and disappeared. Only Killer Bee was left unconscious at the scene. Seeing this, everyone's eyes widened in shock in the live broadcast room. It fell into a deathly silence after 5 seconds. The audience burst into exclamation. Terumi May. No, can't you? Me. Am I dazzled? Uchiha. Tailed Beast Bomb exploded with one punch. Kakashi. Tailed Beast Bomb is a very powerful energy ball. Back then Nine Tails almost wiped out Konoha Village with this move. Naruto, it's scary. Aike is really strong. Namake's Minato. The key point is that he seems to be able to do his job with ease, and he doesn't seem to be doing his best. After 3 years, what level has Aike grown to? Senju Hashirama. Although I can blast the Tailed Beast Bomb with one punch, I definitely can't do it so easily. His strength has already surpassed me. Uchiha Madara. Aike is probably unmatched by anyone now. Even in a different world, his talent is definitely the strongest. Chapter 65. Aike was killed. But the comparison is not over yet? Exclamation mark. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room couldn't help but exclaim. Deidara, the leader, broke into Konoha Village single-handedly, but was stopped by Aike alone. Jiraiya. Fortunately, Aike is here, otherwise the village would be over. Inoki. Aike's strength has surpassed everyone, even Pain lost. It's really shocking. Hidden. Has the leader become the background again now? Scorpion. Hey, 5 of the 6 avatars have been blown up. and the last one seems to be no match. The gap is really big. Tirumi Mei, with this strength, who in the ninja world can resist it? Many people know Pain's strength, which can be regarded as the top level in the current ninja world. As a result, I still lost to Aike. This is astonishing. Next, in the screen, Pain clutched his chest and slowly got up. Sure enough, it's really not easy to deal with alone. The voice just fell. Brush. A black figure appeared from behind Aike. This person held a black flame in his hand, pointing directly at his back. Amaterasu. However, Aike reacted promptly and noticed it immediately, then throw a punch. Boom. The black flame was instantly scattered, and Aike also saw the person who attacked him clearly. He couldn't help but frown and said, Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Itachi took a few steps back and said calmly, you are too strong. Your existence has broken the balance of the ninja world. If you indulge yourself and continue, there may be more deaths and injuries. Therefore, you cannot be left in this world. After speaking, he rushed towards Aike again at top speed. At the same time, Pain also made a move, straightened one hand, and said coldly, universal pull. Aike's body was absorbed, and his movement slowed down immediately, and Itachi has already killed in front of Aike. Amaterasu. The black flame appeared in his hand again, and he slapped it down heavily. Aike knew it was hard to dodge, so he could only resist with his hands. Boom. The flames immediately burned his arms. In the next second, a shocking sight appeared. I saw that Aike didn't hesitate. The other hand directly grabbed the burning hand and twisted it hard. Click. The burning arm was directly twisted off by him, and then it was still on the ground. In an instant, the live broadcast room immediately boiled. Naruto, I'll go. Temari, Uchiha Izuna, there is no way. The flame of Amaterasu is immortal. If it is not dealt with in time, it will burn Aike's whole body, and it will be completely hopeless. Tsunade, why did Itachi do this? Obviously Aike didn't do anything to offend him. Deidara, Itachi, you idiot. You really did it, and even attacked Aike. He's from your village, Hidden. I have to say, these two really cooperate with each other. Even Aike can't prevent it. Black Soil, BD. Aike also helped the Uchiha clan fight against Konoha. Why help outsiders? Sasuke, as expected. Itachi, you are a traitor. You are a vicious villain. Little Sakura, woohoo. Aike's arm is just gone. It's so distressing. Uchiha Fugaku, brat, heartless and evil. This old man really regrets having you as a son. Uchiha Mikado, my child, why don't you distinguish between right and wrong? So just do it. Zabuzian, isn't it good to let Aike lead Konoha to rule the ninja world? What balance has been broken? It's all absurd. Everyone cursed and hated Uchiha Itachi. It never occurred to him that he really made a move and killed Aike's arm, but in the Zio organization. Deidara pointed at Itachi angrily and cursed, you white-eyed wolf. How did Aike treat you Uchiha clan badly? Why do you want to kill him? Gixi also said leisurely, that's right, you still sneak attack, are you really going too far? Z snorted coldly and said, disrupting the balance? I think Itachi is jealous and unbalanced. Facing his companion's complaints, Uchiha Itachi's face was calm, and there was no change, and he didn't refute a word, but his heart was always up and down. What happened? Why are these people in the ninja world scolding themselves? Chapter 66. Hinata wife. Quick. Come over. Give me a hug. The audience in the live broadcast room were constantly amazed. Who would have thought that Aike would be revived in the form of impure world reincarnation in the Fourth Ninja World War? So this comparison video did not end in what kind of surprise will Aike with the body of impure world reincarnation bring? Many people are full of expectations in the picture at this time. Aike looked around suspiciously, and then looked at his hands. Impure world reincarnation? I didn't expect to come back alive immediately. Afterwards, Aike looked at Kakashi and others and asked, Kakashi? Little Sakura? You've grown up so much? That's right. There is another question. Is my wife not married? Kakashi briefly explained the current situation, and then talked about Hinata's recent situation. Hinata is still single now. She hasn't remarried since you died. Don't worry. Aike nodded with a smile as expected. My wife did not marry wrongly, and would rather remain a widow than remarry. Then, Aike twisted his head, waved his hands and said, okay, let's stop talking about the past. You guys run away. Kakashi and the others froze for a moment, then quickly turned around and ran away. What kind of strength Aike used to be? The people in Konoha know best. Kill third Hokage with one punch. Explode tailed beast bomb with one punch. 8 tails can be killed by him, and the people at the scene can't stop Aike. However, the ninjas of Tsunagakure and Kirigakure didn't understand the situation at the moment. and their faces were full of disdain. Run. What do you mean? Why should we run? Isn't this guy just a teenager? Can he still beat us? That's right. How can you be afraid of even children? These newcomers are overheaded after all. He was only 11 or 12 years old when he died. Many people have never seen him at all. After speaking, dozens of people immediately took out Kune and rushed towards Aike, but the next second, just a moment of effort. The people who were rushed by the 570 just now were smashed into pieces by Aike's punch, instantly killing them on the spot. This scene, not to mention the audience, those ninjas who were about to launch ninjutsu, were shocked immediately. Kakashi shouted, "What are you idiots waiting for? Run!" He's not from common. He is the strongest patriarch of Konoha Hyuga family in history, rebelled at the age of 5, and led Konoha to destroy the country at the age of 11. Alone, kill Aike of 8 Tails with your bare hands. Here. This everyone at the scene was stunned. The strongest patriarch of the Hyuga family destroyed the Kingdom of Thunder? They seemed to be impressed. He is that boy from Legendary. That's him. The Hyuga with the strongest gentle fist destroyed the Land of Thunder and killed 8 Tails alone. In the end, it was intercepted and killed by the leader of Akatsuki organization and the traitor Uchiha in Konoha village. It's him. It's him. It's him. After figuring out Aike's identity, the rest of the people were all shocked and their legs went weak. It's hard for them to imagine that the head of the Hyuga family, who is like a ghost in Legendary, is actually such a young man. She looks like she's only 11 or 12 years old. There is still such a brilliant record. And just when this group of people froze in place, suddenly, another small team rushed over from the nearby bushes. About 100 people in size. The leader is a Jonin of Tsunagakure. What are you doing? Are there any enemies that won't attack you? Let's rush together. After finishing speaking, the 100 killings immediately killed Guodyu. Wind style. Great breakthrough. Water style. Great waterfall technique. Lightning style. Emotion wave. These ninjas are quick to come up with their own tricks. Together they launched joint ninjutsu aimed at Aike Zizizi. A super strong lightning and flood rushed to Aike's face. Quickly boom. However, Aike stood still and threw a punch quite calmly. The joint ninjutsu of more than 100 people was broken up in an instant. Everyone at the scene was stunned. Especially that Jonin from Tsunagakure. His eyes widened, his face full of surprise. Only now did he want to understand why the group of people didn't launch an attack just now. Dare to come here as a very fierce guy. Who is he? However, the voice just fell. Aike has already killed in front of him in an instant. Idiot, let you run quickly. But Aike's words didn't work. Boom. This Jonin from Tsunagakure was blown away with a punch. He didn't know Aike's identity until his death. Then Aike started to kill. Bang. 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 An extremely violent fist. Chapter 67. Aike influenced the world. A new comparison is open. The two embraced for 10 seconds. Aike's body began to gradually dissipate. Take care and live well, Hinata. Well, I will. With Aike's soul completely detached, fly to the sky. The sacrifice in Hinata's hand also collapsed completely, becoming a dead body. And Aike's figure, under everyone's gaze, slowly disappeared into the vast sky. In the end, at this point, the picture gradually dimmed. This time the comparison is finally over. Seeing this, there was a dead silence in the live broadcast room, and even a needle could be heard falling on the ground. Everyone was deeply shocked, especially the hug between Aike and Hinata at the end. Many people were very moved, and many female viewers even cried. Tsunade, I didn't expect it turned in such a tragic way, but it's quite warm. Yuhihong, woohoo. It's really sad. Aike sees his relatives again, but it's a yin and yang. Little Sakura, Aike is alright. Although he was besieged, he was always smiling and comforting Hinata and Niji. Temari, it's over. I can't stop crying. Terumi May, such a beautiful love. Why can't I meet it? I know, it's such an abusive scene, and there's a lot of dog food spilled out. Hitu, hey. When Aike and I parted ways, it wasn't so touching. Deidara, Master Aike is such a pity. If he doesn't die young, he can become a strong one. Kokuzu, that's right, wasting such a good wife for nothing. Uchiha Madara, yeah, seeing this, I want to punch that little beady Uchiha. The audience in the live broadcast room had complicated hearts and sighed endlessly. Prior to this, Aike's strength shocked everyone, and his outburst made people feel frightened. However, when he was resurrected from impure world reincarnation, Aike was so gentle when facing his loved ones, especially the last smile in Hinata's hug and farewell scene. Although sad, but also revealed a trace of warmth. It left a deep impression on many people's minds. And on the other side, Konoha village. Niji's home. After seeing Aike's final soul ascending to heaven, Niji couldn't bear it anymore, and 2 lines of tears kept falling. Hey, if I really have such a younger brother, how wonderful it would be. Because of him, our branch house has completely changed our destiny, and my father and I can live like normal people. Niji recalled the life that Aike brought him. It can be said that he really let himself spend a perfect time. Moreover, Aike's heartwarming words to himself at the end are also deeply rooted in the hearts of the people. I have to live well. Niji clenched his fist tightly. Yes, I want to live a good life, although my father is gone, even though Aike has not appeared in my life, but I have to change myself and get back on my feet. I want to live well, even for Aike. As he spoke, Niji looked hopefully at the sky, with a look of hope in his eyes. On the other side, in the ninja school, Hinata sat blankly on the seat. She looked at the front with a sluggish expression. There was a blush on her fair face, and there was also a tinge of doubt and aftertaste. It is clear she is also immersed in the world that Aike has changed. Aike, if my future husband is really like this, how wonderful it would be. Why isn't he here? If Aike is here, I don't have to be so unhappy every day. As Aike's wife, he must love me very much. Just when Hinata was thinking ecstatically, suddenly, a big naughty face appeared in front of her. Hinata was startled, and quickly got up to stand up. What are you doing? Naruto looked at Hinata with a smile and said, Oh, what are you doing, Hinata? Seeing your dazed look, don't you really fall in love with Aike in the video? Ha ha ha. Your face is so red. Chapter 68. The comparison begins. Son of Hands, contrasting characters, Anko. Although everyone knows that Handa's identity is just a master ramen chef, but because the talent that Aike has shown before is very strong, many people still believe that Aike can do great things. And at this time, Konoha village, in a tavern, Mitarashi Anko held the wine glass in his hand. His brows were furrowed, and he was a little puzzled. Why did you choose me this time? Apart from my student days and Orochimaru's experience, my life seems to be nothing special, right? It seems that we need to take a closer look. In a ramen restaurant, while kneading the dough with his hands, he squinted his eyes and said with a smile, I didn't expect Aike to be my son again this time. He is really talented in ninjutsu, but he just wonders if he can learn my craft. No, with Aike's talent, he might not be able to do things related to ramen at all. Maybe he will become another bomb maniac? While everyone is waiting anxiously, soon a video has already expanded. The first broadcast is the life story of Mitarashi Anko. She was born in a common family in Konoha when Anko was 5 years old. His parents fell ill and unfortunately both passed away at this point. She began to live alone. Although life is hard, Anko is passionate about food, so he still lives happily every day. Boss, let's get some steamed buns. Boss, have a rice cake. Boss, do you have Anko meatballs today? Anko's favorite food is glutinous rice balls, and Anko-san, I make some for myself almost every meal when eating desserts. She wants to be thoroughly sweet. Eat meatballs with Anko soup. Seeing Anko's cute appearance eating sweets, many viewers in the live broadcast room couldn't help it. Little Sakura, hey, Mr. Anko can eat too much. He too. That's right. I feel like I'm either eating or on the way to eat. I know, I'll go. I've met Mrs. Anko before. I don't think she's fat at all. How does she maintain her figure? Anoki, your food in Konoha is good. There are many things that I have never seen before. Fourth Raikage, in Konoha, the climate is pleasant, and there are so many things to eat. Terumi May, what Anko soup? I want to have it too. Jiraiya, cough. With all due respect, Anko's food is actually not the best. The best dessert, you have to go to the land of soup. Hidden, eat. I'm afraid I will get diabetes. Temari, what a greedy pig. Seeing that Anko can eat so much in the video, countless viewers are envious and jealous, and they feel that this girl is really a cheerful person. And at this time in the tavern, Anko himself pouted slightly. Huh? What's wrong with eating more? Isn't life just about eating and drinking? Then the video continues. Anko's life in front of him was basically smooth, either eating or on the way to eat. However, when she was 6 years old, fate changed suddenly. Anko met the man, or woman, Orochimaru, who influenced her life. Orochimaru takes Anko as his disciple. However, Orochimaru didn't feel sorry for Anko, but just found a test object for his own experiment in a hidden cave in Konoha. There are all kinds of shocking experimental equipment Every time Orochimaru develops any special medicine or reagent, it will be used on some children. Anko is just one of them. The past few years have been miserable. In this way, Anko became Orochimaru's experiment. Whenever she finishes her experiments, the happiest thing is to go to the streets of Konoha village and order a piece of her favorite food. Boss. Let's get some steamed buns, boss. Have a rice cake, boss. Do you have Anko meatballs today? During the long experimental career, eating delicious food has become Anko's only pleasure after years of torment. Of those children collected by Orochimaru, only Anko survived. Not long after, Orochimaru captured another batch of test subjects, and conducted spell seal experiments on them. After applying the seal of the Curse of the Sky, although Anko was in great pain, she became the first person who survived the seal of the Curse of the Sky. Since then, the relationship between the two has changed, perhaps because of the power he bestowed on him. Orochimaru took Hong's identity a little higher and became a mentor and apprentice with her. When Anko was 12 years old, she traveled with Orochimaru on various missions. The boring and tortured life every day made this lovely girl gradually lose her smile and become indifferent, but only when eating. She can feel some happiness. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 69. Aike's life begins. There is no chakra? The day after Third Hokage's death, a grand funeral was held at Konoha village. Everyone wept softly and wore black hoods and robes to express their condolences. Anko in the crowd had red eyes, a lonely expression, and was sobbing non-stop, and by afternoon, it was over. Anko came to the street food shop alone. Boss, here are 3 brown sugar pancakes. Boss, order some ramen. Boss, 2 bowls of Anko soup. See this scene in the live broadcast room. The audience couldn't help but start complaining. Deidara, ha ha ha. A foodie is a foodie. Nothing can stop her from wanting to eat. Temari, attending the funeral was really hard, and she was starved too. Kakashi, Anko, why has your appetite improved so much? Terumi May, hey, I'm afraid I'm really happy that the 3rd generation project has died, so I'm here to celebrate. No more shopping. 1 second she was crying sadly, and the next second she was happily eating. Mitarashi Anko, no, no, no. I'm just hungry. Dilute the sadness in my heart with food. Please don't get me wrong. See the speeches of the audience in the live broadcast room at this time. The red face in the Konoha village tavern was hot and incessant. My heart is really big. I started to eat and drink after attending the funeral for the purpose of 3rd generation, and I didn't take it seriously at all. Oh, my mouth. Why do I love eating so much? This time I must have been misunderstood by 3rd generation. I don't know if I will wear small shoes in the future. Really? And in Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hirozen was trembling with anger. What? A white-eyed wolf? The old lady is gone, and you are still eating. How much do you want the old man to die in your heart? Next, in the video. Not long after the funeral of 3rd generation, the village began to recover. Anko went to a nearby village to perform a mission. After arriving at the place, she went shopping in the market immediately. Boss, here are 3 skewers of fish balls. Boss, have a bowl of chaos. Wow. Boss, give me 10 skewers of squid. Not long. Tsunade returns as 5th Hokage. Anko naturally had to celebrate such a big happy event. Boss, glutinous rice dumplings. Anko dumplings. 3 servings of each mung bean cake. Another bottle of wine. And fried fritters. Another few months passed. Sasuke defected to Konoha village. This incident was a huge blow to all Konoha people. After all, Uchiha's only imp ran away, and the place to go is Orochimaru, who killed 3rd Hokage in the snack shop. Anko holds meatballs in his left hand and 89 chicken nuggets in his arms while eating. He was angry. That brat Sasuke. Thanks to me for taking care of him during the Chunin exam, I would have broken his leg if I had known. Shortly after, Naruto and little Sakura embarked on the road of practice. This practice is 3 years, and during these 3 years, Anko is still the same, either eating or on the way to eat. Then, almost half a year later, Konoha village is in its biggest crisis ever. 6 Paths Pain started attacking Konoha. Everyone in the village was dispatched. They faced powerful enemies without escaping and faced them bravely. Anko and the summoning beast Rhinoceros and Chameleon summoned by the Beast Road started a fight successfully dragged on for a long time. Many villagers can quickly escape to a safe place, and after Naruto solved Pain Yamato, the captain of the first ninja infrastructure construction, came out and clapped his hands, and directly used wood style to rebuild the house. People in the village also started post-disaster reconstruction. After wandering around the village, Anko felt that there was nothing he could do to help, but not being able to eat made her feel uncomfortable. This discomfort lasted for 3 days and 3 nights. During this period, Anko couldn't bear it any longer, and went outside the village to eat a few meals. Finally, the post-disaster reconstruction was completed without a second of delay. Anko came alone to a crowded market not far from Konoha. It's still as lively here. The so-called catastrophe is not dead. There must be blessings. Through Pain's incident, I realized a very important thing, that is death and tomorrow. You never know which will come first, so no matter what, I don't want to eat enough today. Anko walked back and forth in the market with a happy face. Chapter 70 Hands, I want to train you to be a first-class ramen chef. Inside the video in a blink of an eye. Aike is 4 years old. However, during this time he still hasn't extracted a trace of chakra. In this regard, the hand-slapped family members were a little downcast and lack of energy. Shuta has always hoped that there will be a ninja in the family, and he has great hopes for Aike. As a result, things backfired, and hope was about to be shattered. After all, on this day, at Ryle Ramen Restaurant, Handa looked at Aike, who was helping Iris to make ramen, and sighed inwardly. Is it true that Aike can only go his own way and become a chef in common? Shaking his head with his hands, his life was too ordinary, and he didn't want his son to be like him. Then he stood up and said, "No, let's ask third generation again." After finishing speaking, with the 2 children looking puzzled holding Aike by the hand, he rushed to third Hokage's office. Sarutobi Hirozen didn't say much after hearing the purpose of the hand punch, and checked it himself. In the end, he shook his head helplessly and said, "This kid has no ninja talent, and he can't refine chakra. Choose another profession." Hearing third Hokage's words, I just felt dizzy for a while. This is really hopeless. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room was a little confused. Shuayu, how is this possible? Aike can't extract chakra? It's so unbelievable. Hitu, that's right. Even the third generation came out to deny it. If this continues, Aike might really be a common villager this time. Yuhihong, no, no, no. I absolutely don't believe that Aike will do this. Hyuga Hizashi, don't panic, everyone, there should still be a chance. Even without chakra, you can still practice taijutsu, just like Gentle Fist. Might Guy, that's right. As long as Aike works hard enough, I will be your teacher in the future and teach him 8 inner gates, which will definitely make him develop greatly in the future. Lockley, Aike. Specialize in gymnastics. Come with me and Mr. Guy, Deidara, HMPH, Master Aike is destined to be extraordinary. Even without chakra, I still firmly believe that he can become a generation of strong. In the studio, many audience members discussed. Most people are shocked that Aike does not have chakra, and feel unbelievable. After all, in several consecutive videos, this is the first time such a thing has happened. Chapter 71 The talent begins to exert force. A noodle stretched to a length of 200 meters. When kneading the dough, remember to knead and press in one direction, so that the dough can be kneaded very finely. Continue to explain by hand. The dough in the hand has been kneaded almost into shape. Next, he kneaded the dough into long strips after brushing a layer of secret cooking oil on the surface of the dough. Cut it into noodle pieces of the same size. Then, he took out a layer of plastic wrap and covered it. Let it rise for another 10 minutes, then take it out and knead it again to make it into a thinner noodle. After the noodle's rest time is up, take 2 noodles directly by hand, grab the 2 ends, and gently pull them apart, pulling and falling at the same time. Then fold in half and pull and drop again until the noodles are thinner. Remember, this is the most important link. Be sure to remember not to rush. According to the flexibility of the noodles, pull it to the best degree. Finally, put the pulled noodles by hand into the pot of boiling water. Push it gently to prevent the noodles from sticking. Boil on high heat for 2 minutes, and then the noodles can be taken out of the water. This is the process of making ramen noodles. Every link in this can't be wrong. Once there is a mistake, or the timing is wrong, the noodles will not be very tasty. Aike breathed a sigh of relief, and carefully recalled the series of actions just now, then nodded and said, "Okay, father, I understand." Shouta smiled gratifiedly, "Then start practicing. Work hard towards the level where you can become a master." Then, on the second day, Aike started ramen training in the back kitchen. He followed suit and poured some flour into the basin, then slowly poured the prepared warm water together. However, just when Aike was about to start kneading the dough, but I found that the flour was very viscous, and it was impossible to knead it at all, and the flour bumps were stained with one hand. Calamus on the side reminded Aike, pour some more flour in it, you should have added a little too much water just now. Aike nodded, and followed suit. However, the second time I poured too much flour, I had to add some more, going back and forth, just to adjust the appropriateness of water and flour. Aike just spent a day, and still not very skilled. Arrived the next day. When Aike was about to continue pouring the flour back, he walked over with his hand, and then said softly, pour it in slowly, and it will be enough to pour it into a third of the basin, and when the flour is poured, Calamus brought the warm water and said with a smile, come on, I'll pour the water for you, and you can stir it well with chopsticks. With the help of Handbeat and Calamus, the amount of water and flour in the basin is just right. Aike put down the chopsticks and started kneading the dough with both hands once, twice, 3 times. After kneading for less than a minute, Aike looked at his hands in embarrassment and said, Father, why is this surface so sticky again? It can't be kneaded well at all. Shaking his head, he walked over. He grabbed a handful of flour in his hand, sprinkled it lightly in the basin, and kneaded the dough himself. Clap clap. Remember, if your hands are stained, it means that the flour is not enough. You can use your hands to grab a little less and put it on it. This can't be rushed. You need to get used to it slowly. It didn't take long for the dough to be kneaded by hand. It is very elastic when you hit it with your fingers. Aike nodded, and started all over again. Day 3, day 4, a week later. He still stopped at the step of kneading the dough. No chance at all to proceed to the next step. The kneading dough is never very good. It can even be said to be poor. Handa and Changpu did not complain too much. They have been helping Aike with all their heart and responsibility. However, in the face of this situation, the audience in the live broadcast room was a little puzzled. Hidden, Nima, did you make a mistake? You've been kneading dough for a week. Deidara, hey, is Master Aike so stupid? How could he not knead the dough well? Chapter 72. Jiraiya eats broken teeth. 3rd generation eats hallucinations. Kusukina, ow. How is this possible? Aike's dough is so tough. Uchiha Mikado, it's been pulled for 200 meters, and it's still not broken? Kamen's ramen can be pulled up to 2 meters away. That's amazing. Jiraiya, I've been in the ninja world for so many years, and it's the first time I've seen such elastic dough. The ramen made with it must be very delicious. Naruto, I wish I could eat this long noodle. Hidden, it's off the charts. Aike showed off his amazing operation again. The hard work in the early stage was not in vain. He too, this is really shocking. It turns out that Aike is not a dead end, but has been trying to make the best dough. Now, he has really done it. Deidara, ha. Master Aike is awesome. People who were bored just now, did they suddenly feel pain in the face? Utatane Kaharu, this leaves me speechless. Little Sakura, great. Aike is not mediocre. He is still very talented in kneading dough. Uchiha Madara, as expected of the man I fancy. Little ramen, I can't help him. Senju Hashirama, this kid, do you want to make incredible ramen? For a time, everyone was shocked. Who would have thought that Aike kneaded the dough after several months? It can be kneaded so elastic and tough. He is not without talent. Instead, he is doing some incredible things. Konoha village. Inside the Ichirika ramen restaurant, he touched the dough that he had just kneaded with his hand, pulled it lightly, and said with a puzzled expression, Aike, how the hell did he get to that point? I have kneaded dough for most of my life, and I have never seen such exaggerated dough. I thought it would be difficult for him to learn ramen, but he turned out to be so talented. Calamus covered his mouth and said in surprise, I don't think it's a matter of Aike's talent. I'm afraid it's because we can't reach his level at all, so we don't understand what he's doing at all. And in the video immediately afterwards, Aike returned to the shop after the noodles were served. At this time, the other people also began to eat with big mouthfuls. The ramen restaurant continued to return to calm. Not long after, Jiraiya just walked in. Boss, a bowl of luxurious ramen. He slapped his hands and smiled and replied, 05 okay, wait a minute. As soon as he started talking, he went to the kitchen to get busy. Aike, on the other hand, seems to be trying to verify the elasticity of his ramen. I secretly picked up a lump of the noodles I made and put it in Jiraiya's bowl. Iris smiled and brought a bowl of noodles to Jiraiya. Looking at the delicious food in front of him, Jiraiya directly picked up the chopsticks and picked them up to eat, and when the noodles were just fed into the mouth, after chewing 2 mouthfuls, puff puff puff, A crisp sound of flicking teeth exploded in Jiraiya's mouth instantly. Jiraiya's eyes twist instantly, next second opening his mouth slightly. Jiraiya spat out a mouthful of blood with a puff. How do you play the noodles today? One of my teeth was knocked out. Here. This everyone around was surprised. Hand beating is also terrified. He hurried over, and sure enough, he saw Jiraiya's front tooth was broken, and Aike then quietly poured out the ramen. Then he went upstairs silently. Seeing this scene, Tsunade, what's the situation? It's such a cue bomb. The teeth are broken. Kakashi, this is too outrageous. Little Sakura, this is simply a hidden weapon. Deidara, F. Does Master Aike want to employ people? Hidden, is it about to start? Aike's road to rise. Jiraiya, good guy. My teeth are very hard. I really want to taste the noodles. Naruto, me too. Ichiriko ramen itself is delicious, coupled with such tough noodles, just thinking about it makes my mouth water. Uchiha, you guys are so bold. Who dares to eat this kind of noodles? Choji, it seems that Aike still needs to improve the formula. Anko, seriously, it's the first time I've seen such a bombshell face. Inside the video. Sure enough, Aike conducted another week of experiments and improved the formula immediately afterwards. Aike found handmade, and then seriously asked for advice on how to make soup and ingredients. Hand beating also taught him without reservation add water to the pressure cooker, then take a weighed pork tenderloin out of the freezer while doing the movements. He was also saying to his child, remember, Aike, whether you can make a good pot of soup depends mostly on the ingredients. This is the result of my father's research for most of his life. Today, you have to take a serious look at it and don't spread it to outsiders. Aike nodded, showing that he understood. Subsequently, the pork tenderloin was hand-pasted in a pressure cooker immediately afterwards. Not long after, 3 whole chickens were added by hand, and an appropriate amount of chicken and duck racks were put into the pot. These meats must be stewed at high temperature. Remember one sentence: boil clear soup at low temperature, and thick soup at high temperature, and in the process of making soup, you have to observe it at any time. If there is foam, you must check it out with a spoon. Chapter 73 Orochimaru, eat a bowl of noodles first, then defect to Konoha. Little Sakura, what happened? Did it Aike overturn twice before? Why did it suddenly become so delicious this time? Naruto, I'm going. The halazi that Mr. Kakashi ate is pouring out. How delicious are these noodles? Namake's Minato, the expressions of the 3 people are all distorted, which is a bit outrageous. Shaji, how can it be so delicious? Even if it is the most luxurious set meal, it won't be like this. I know, I really want to taste it. What kind of taste is it? Kakashi, what's the matter with that bowl of noodles? No matter how delicious it is, it won't make me lose my temper like this, right? Uchiha, I don't know. Anyway, judging from my expression, it should be that I have never eaten such a delicious thing, otherwise it is absolutely impossible that my face is distorted. He too, oh my god. What happened? Has my husband suddenly become a master hand type? I don't know. I've been in a ramen shop for so long and have never seen customers eat like this. What's more, those who often come to eat ramen must have encountered a special taste. Deidara, it's taking off. Master is taking off. Uzumaki Kushina, it started. Aike is going to start. For a time, many viewers were talking about it. They never expected that the 3 of Kakashi would frantically smack their noodles while praising the deliciousness. Such eating suddenly made many people feel incredible. Inside the video soon, the 3 of Kakashi ate all the ramen in the bowl. Not even a drop of soup was left. Anko said with a satisfied and happy face, this bowl of noodles is simply magic. One bite and you will be in a state of bliss. Hihim also blushed, and said cheerfully, the taste is simply wonderful. You can feel the elasticity and silky texture with every bite. Kakashi let out a long sigh of relief, and sincerely praised, this is simply a gift from the sky. Handa and Kalama standing aside were also stunned, with expressions of disbelief on their faces. The scene in front of them was something they had never expected. It is the first time for my own children to make noodles, and the customers have such high evaluation. Immediately afterwards soon, word of mouth spread the news that Ichiriko Ramen Restaurant's newly launched ramen is delicious, and more people lined up at the door. It exploded immediately. Not only villagers, but also foreign tourists have traveled thousands of miles to try the food. Its texture, its elasticity, its taste makes people linger. Everyone wants to try this ramen. Once you try it, you want to come back again. The sky is clear and the sun is sunny. Namake's Minato walked leisurely on the street, Observing the situation in the village, and when he passed the Ichiriko ramen restaurant and saw so many people queuing up, immediately some doubts immediately. He asked Hyunma Shiranu at the side, "What's going on? Why are there so many people in this ramen restaurant, Shiranu?" Genma smiled and explained, "Fourth generation, you don't know yet. Recently, Ichiriko ramen has become popular in several surrounding villages. His ramen suddenly became delicious for some reason. Recently, I eat a bowl every day. If I don't take a bite, I feel uncomfortable." Namake's Minato was a little surprised. He didn't expect such a thing to happen in the village. Afterwards, he smiled and said, "Since you said it's so delicious, let's also queue up and buy a bowl for Kukina later." However, the voice just fell. Namake's Minato saw his wife walking out of the ramen restaurant with a satisfied face, holding 2 packing boxes in her hand. Kukina quickly found Namake's Minato, ran over quickly, and said with a smile, "Minato, are you here to eat ramen too?" "No. Need to queue, I'll pack a copy for you." Seeing this, many viewers in the live broadcast room couldn't help being shocked. "Deidara, I'll go. Master Aike is blowing up this wave." "He too. I never expected that the business would be so good. This team must have lined up at least a few hundred meters away." "Yuhi Hong, it's only been a few months? AI's level has surpassed Anoki, good guy. He said that this wave has no talent, but he has become a well-known gourmet in the end." Did the preparations made by Aike in the early stage completely explode at this moment? "Naruto, wow. So many people eat it, I don't know how delicious it tastes. It makes my mouth water." "I know, ha ha ha. It's not ordinary at all. Aike is a talented chef. He is at the pinnacle of ramen." "Temari, this transformation is unbelievable." Just after everyone complained for a while, next, in the video, the perspective came to Anko after eating ramen. Anko looked excited and hummed along the way. "I returned to Orochimaru's laboratory in a happy mood." After entering the laboratory, Anko immediately changed his cold expression. Orochimaru, who just finished an experiment, came out from the innermost part, frowning and looking at the acne red. "What's going on? I'm late today." Anko hesitated for a moment, opened his mouth, but didn't know what to say. Chapter 74. Orochimaru's heart is shaken. Anko is starving and skinny. "I even unconsciously moved my throat and swallowed my saliva. Is it the smell from the restaurant?" Orochimaru looked around in surprise but immediately gritted his teeth and cursed, "Damn. Now is not the time to talk about that." After saying that, Orochimaru immediately ran again, but the more he ran, the more he felt something was wrong, because the scent he smelled became stronger and stronger. "It's almost taking his soul away. Damn. What the hell?" Couldn't bear the smell. Orochimaru couldn't stand it anymore and stopped directly, then concentrate on finding the source of the smell. A few seconds later, Yin Snake finally found the source of this fragrance. "It is the Ichiriko ramen shop. Is this the store that Anko mentioned earlier?" Orochimaru's expression is frozen, and his heart is extremely tangled. Now he's not a ramen shop at all. It's time to run, but this smell. It's really unbearable. After thinking for 3 seconds, boom. Orochimaru made a move that left everyone dumbfounded. Put your hands together and launched the transformation technique directly, then headed over to the Ichiriko ramen shop. Seeing this scene, the audience in the live broadcast room was silent for a moment. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. After 5 full seconds, a huge noise erupted from the cunning world. "Deidara, damn, trough. Do you want to be so outrageous? Orochimaru, you are running for your life? You still have the mind to eat, hidden. I can't believe it. Orochimaru can't walk. This ramen is too attractive. Anoki, good guy. What is the magic of Aike's ramen? Orochimaru wants to eat it even if he dies." Jiraiya, Orochimaru, who only wants to practice immortality, can't resist the temptation of noodles. Tsunade, amazing. Orochimaru, you have today too. Kakashi, Orochimaru, you are also a foodie. Namake's Minato, no, it should be said that Aike's ramen is too outrageous, making people feel like they have been fascinated by the soup, and they have to walk over to eat it unconsciously. Sarutobi Hirozen, I thought that Orochimaru would not stay, so I changed my body and went in to eat. Little Sakura, this is too magical. Are you dying? Black soil, ha ha ha. If Orochimaru is caught here, then Aike has done a lot of credit. A bowl of ramen can come in handy. For a while, the audience in the live broadcast room kept talking. No one expected that Orochimaru, who has always been ruthless and specialized in experiments, stopped and ran to eat noodles during his escape. This is really unbelievable and puzzling. In a cave in Konoha village Orochi 687 Meru also stared at the screen with wide eyes. What kind of ramen has such a strong appeal? Being chased by third generation and others, you can't move your feet, so you have to eat a bowl. I usually don't pay much attention to eating this piece. Then, the transformed Orochimaru blended into the crowd and got behind the queue at this time. Sarutobi Hiruzen and others also chased here after looking around a few times. Sarutobi Hiruzen immediately ran into the ramen restaurant and asked, "Hand, did you see the big snake passing by here just now?" While kneading the dough with hands, he said cheerfully, "No, third generation, would you like some ramen?" Sarutobi Hiruzen waved his hands, and then ordered his subordinates, "Quickly spread out and chase, we must not let him run away." Yes, after several Anbu members nodded, they immediately dispersed. Seeing this, the audience in the live broadcast room couldn't help complaining. Deidara, ha 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 ha, third generation is so stupid. Isn't it just in the queue, hidden? What are you chasing after? You can't see it under your eyelids, Anoki, ha ha ha. With a little transformation technique, you can turn Sarutobi Hiruzen around. Luoshak, are you really old and dizzy? Did you find it? No more shopping. I have to say that third Hokage's pursuit is too perfunctory. Don't you investigate so many people in line? Just ask the boss a few words and let it go. Kakashi, don't say that. After all, there are so many people, there is no way to investigate, and who would have thought that Orochimaru would queue up to eat noodles? I dare not even think about it, Jiraiya. If it were me, I wouldn't think of this. Little Sakura, I can only say that Orochimaru is too brave. He did something that no one could even dream of. Naruto, this is called the more dangerous the places, the safer it is. Next, in the video the line is fast. Chapter 75 Anko, I can't live without Aike. Seeing this, countless viewers in the live broadcast room were dumbfounded. Kakashi, I'll go. Anko, she's really starving to death. Yuhihong, it took a few months to starve her into such a ghostly appearance. Little Sakura, it's scary. Teacher Anko seems to be dying. Shianshin, oh my god. I lost at least a few dozen caddies. Aike, come out and save her. I know, yes. Forget about the new dishes, bring 2 big bowls of noodles to Teacher Anko. Help me first. At this time, Anko in the Konoha tavern was also frightened by himself in the video. This is me? Did it eat any snacks? How many times did you resist? Meatball. Soup. Can't eat all kinds of pastries? Do you only love the things made by Aike? Isn't this outrageous? How delicious is Aike's stuff? Next, in the video also on this day, Aike came out of his room and he wrote a few words on a board. Take it out and put it in front of the store. And the first time I saw Aike coming out, Anko jumped up immediately, and then desperately grabbed his hand and said, "Aike, are you out? Are you finally out? I want to eat. Eat, you made it, hurry up." Aike was taken aback by the unexpected Anko. However, look at her so pitiful and urgent appearance. He didn't say much, quickly helped her to the seat, and then poured a glass of water. Wait a minute, I'll do it right away. And most of the audience in the live broadcast room who saw this scene also let out a long sigh of relief. Anko finally waited for this day. At the same time, they are also curious. What good dishes can Aike make this time? Immediately afterwards, Aike in the video took charge. Immediately I saw him roll up his cuffs on his wrists, then turn on the fire and pour an appropriate amount of oil into it. Wait for the oil to burn for a while. Aike made a quick move and grabbed 5 eggs in a row in a nearby basket. Clap clap. With a fierce tiger operation, the eggs were smashed into the oil in an instant. Nourish. Eggs and oil make a loud noise. Anko has been hungry for too long. Just the smell of the eggs makes her fascinated. Her face is full of intoxication. It smells so good, I really want to eat it right away, immediately. Afterwards, Aike took out the leftovers from last night and poured them directly into the pot. Brush, brush, brush. Aike kept turning the pot with one hand without stopping. Grab the spoon with the other hand and stir back and forth. Wait for the rice to be fried evenly enough without separating one after another. Aike added salt, white pepper, and his own special sauce with a spoon. Boom. Finally, the lid of the pot was snapped directly on it, and Aike yelled in satisfaction, "All right." Anko shouted impatiently, "Quick! Let me eat." Aike nodded, and brought the pot directly in front of Anko. "Please. Enjoy. This is my newly developed dish, golden fried rice." Seeing this, some viewers in the live broadcast room suddenly felt a little speechless because this operation is too simple. Isn't that just an egg fried rice? Who in the audience has never eaten, hidden, after working for a long time? It's just a bowl of fried rice. I thought it was a big meal. Deidara, oops. Master Aike studied for several months. Did he learn this? Kakashi, it's such an ordinary food. When I have nothing to do, I will make it at home. Yuhihong, the dishes that Aike researched this time are really too random. Isn't it a bit fooling? Kusukuna, I think Anko still can't eat it, and I hope Aike will give her a bowl of noodles in the end. Little Sakura, looking forward to a game in vain. Hey, and just when many people are a little disappointed Anko in the video is also ready to eat it this time. She was really hungry. I have always looked forward to the food made by Aike even if it was fried rice. She carefully opened the lid of the pot. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.